Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and of course, elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad, freshly home from C2E2. Hello, Tad.
Hi, Tyler. It was a great weekend.
That's awesome.
I met
You,
cool new people.
yep.
I reconnected with old friends, uh, strengthened some friendships. Yeah, it was, and one of our friends was kind enough to trade me the spare bedroom in his hotel for, or the spare bed in his hotel for a ride to and from the airport. So I didn't have to drive the hour and a half home every night, which was also beyond amazing because
Yeah.
I could just
I,
for that
yep.
matter,
Not,
yesterday I even wound up when I got like sensory overload around 3:30 and I'm like, there's nothing else I really want to do on the floor right now. The I do want to go to a panel at 6:30. I went and I have a hotel room in the hotel connected to the convention center. So I'm going to go lie down for 2 hours and then come back.
that's awesome. I mean, just having to relieve that stress of having to commute in and out of the
Yeah.
city, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wish that I could afford to do that sort of thing every year. Who knows? Maybe or maybe I'll start getting luckier in managing to find friends who have space in their hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Um,
I have
because
a question for you, and you don't have to
very nice.
answer it on air,
Sure.
but my wife is going to Guatemala in June, and she told me that I can go on a trip after I'm back. Would you like to go to Comic-Con San Diego this summer?
I mean, if we can afford it and if we can get tickets, particularly if we can get either press or pro tickets,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I have the money, so like we'd
Yeah.
have to we'd have to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I'm
certainly
just
not
throwing,
going to say no, no.
I'm putting that out into the ether because I'd rather not go alone. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, I
So,
get that. I totally get that. Um, and I
so
definitely want to get out to California sometime.
yeah.
I also want to get down to Heroes Con in North Carolina sometime. So,
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, there are multiple options.
Well, con season's going to be coming like crazy. So,
Right. We'll figure it all out.
sweet.
We got
What
a
else is
place to
new?
stay in New York.
Yeah, we do. Andy is in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's close.
With a big house and a pool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, depending on the weather, we could just stay in the pool.
Just float
It's
all
got nice
weekend.
floating lounge chairs.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Those pharmaceutical reps do really well. Well, he's not a rep, is he?
No,
Is he?
he's their quality control guy. So
Yes.
he's like an
Yeah.
executive.
Yeah.
He's not a
Uh,
rep. He's
no,
bigger than that.
that's awesome.
But yeah, no, it was a fun weekend. And I think we're gonna have some cool interviews coming up because of it. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
I'm
what?
excited. Next piece of news is Magnolaverse is back on Humblebird bundle for the World Kitchen.
Okay.
Uh, and for a higher price, you can get all of the stuff that Tyler and I have already gotten because we've done previous Humble bundles, but
Uh-huh.
also added to it, like the new Young Hellboy stuff and the Hellboy in Love and um what is it, the robot Hellboy, something like that.
Yes. Yes, Robot
Um,
Hellboy.
the Frankenstein book, a couple of the other ones. So for like $18, you can get everything that wasn't in the previous bundles, but the previous bundles are also available as an item. So for like $35, you can get everything previously available plus everything that hasn't been on Humble Bundle before. Um,
Okay.
I
I
love
just
that
got
he
my
keeps doing that.
Yeah, I just got myself signed back into Humble Bundle so I can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
what is what here with the
yeah, yeah.
imperialist stuff, but that's cool.
And then what
Um,
kind of week has it been? Pretty much the same as always. We set off a trade war, and we defied the courts, and we acted like that was normal.
uh, I just don't understand. Okay, so obviously there was some insider trading going on with tanking the economy,
I mean, it's not.
telling.
I like to be very careful with words. I'm not going to say obviously. There
Okay,
is strong reason to believe that there are people that knew ahead of the tariffs being announced that they were going to be announced and were able to sell high, and that there are people that knew ahead of the tariffs being paused that the tariffs were being paused and were able to buy low.
okay. So being that I'm going to play devil's advocate here and just call that insider trading.
Well, no, no, where it gets dicey
Uh-huh.
is, just again from like my journalist, from my journalist, limited law knowledge perspective, is that when the president of the United States tweets out good time to buy half an hour before the market opens and then
Right?
announces half an hour after the market opens that he's pausing the tariffs.
Yeah.
Is it truly inside information, the people who decided to buy during that half hour, or are they working on the hunch that Trump's saying that it's a good time to buy publicly for everybody, or at least everybody who follows him on Truth Social, but anybody can follow him in Truth Social, right? So it's not unavailable to people. So do they know that the market's going to jump up? Or,
No. Okay. But okay, market manipulation was
I mean, frankly,
intentional.
the whole
Intentional.
thing smells of market manipulation, except for the fact that he's also batshit crazy and seems to actually think tariffs are a good thing. So while anybody smart enough to know what the market was going to do could take advantage of that, I don't know that he realizes that he was running a pump and dump.
Oh, really?
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I've always asked that question. Does he know what he's doing or is he just dumb? I mean, is there a plan behind the
I don't think
decisions?
there. I mean, I think when there's a plan, it's
Yeah.
I want to appear powerful.
Yeah.
I don't think any plan that's as hard as putting together one of the $3 Lego packages that you can buy at the register at Target. You know the ones I'm talking about, like the 16 piece.
Yeah, in the bag.
Right, right. The
Yeah.
the one that like your 3-year-old should be able to put together in the car.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
If it's more complicated than that, I'm not as all certain that he can accomplish the plan.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
again,
I that's the way I lean too, but man, there seems to be something like truly heinous behind his thought process that makes me think
well, here's
there's a
where
grand
I will
plan.
say that I am not certain that all of the evil people around him are that dumb. So there probably is occasionally some, hey, aren't tariffs great? Let me tell you about William McKinley and why the world was so great during William McKinley's presidency. It wasn't, but somebody's clearly convinced him that it was. So that, I mean, he wasn't talking about McKinley 8 years ago.
No, not at all.
And I
He didn't
and I
even.
can't imagine that he read a book.
No. Yeah, somebody was in his
So
ear going,
somebody put it in his ear.
yeah, for sure.
So really, there's a better argument that that person manipulated the market, except that again, they didn't know he was going to do anything with it. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. It is a delicate framework.
I mean, what I'm saying is like he does lots of illegal shit. I'm not certain that any of the trading that's gone on actually qualifies among all of the illegal shit that he does. And since some of his illegal shit has fathers that like aren't supposed to be able to be deported into El Salvador in a prison that nobody has ever been released from,
hmm
I'm just going to say that even among the illegal shit that he does, if there's insider trading going on, it's like way low on my totem pole.
Okay. Do you think that man is alive? Do you think he's alive?
The I forget his name right
The
now.
prisoner.
Honestly,
I don't. I think
I don't.
I th I
I
don't think he's
think the
alive, and
reason they're
that's why Trump won't get
stonewalling
him
the
back.
judge, I think the reason they're stonewalling the judge on giving any information whatsoever is because if they act in good faith, they're going to have to admit that he died possibly within minutes of landing in El Salvador.
Yeah.
And I think even they know that that wouldn't be a good look.
What? How are they going to get out of this if that's what
I
happened?
mean, to be honest, they don't seem to have much shame. And that's like the best argument for him being alive is actually that if he was dead, I could see one of them bragging about it.
Ah, maybe. Hmm.
But since there are members of the gang that like he made a convincing enough argument want him dead that this administration, the Trump administration in 2018 said that he could not be deported to El Salvador because his life would be in danger if he was.
Yes.
This is some wishy-washy Biden liberal thing.
Yeah. Right. This is what they
Um,
do, and now it's 2025, and they've sent him off to prison
on
with these gang
accident.
by accident with these gang members. They refuse to
Actually,
bring him. Okay.
I'm going to go. That may actually be the second most atrocious thing this week because you know what they did at the IRS?
What?
They moved a group of immigrants of possible legal status, possibly illegal status, but people who pay taxes.
Okay.
People who pay taxes. Because guess what? Illegal immigrants actually bend over backwards to pay taxes because they hope that it will help them get citizenship.
hmm
Legal immigrants really bend over backwards to pay taxes because they hope that it will help them get citizenship.
hmm
And a list of immigrants has been put in the Social Security dead file.
Uh-huh.
They've murdered them financially. What that means is not only can they not get any Social Security benefits, but their Social Security card reads as dead. So they can't open a bank account. They can't get a credit card.
That's correct. I mean, they're screwed.
The goal is that they will self-deport.
Yeah.
But
It's like
but
it's
like
like it
let's have them self-deport in the most painful way possible.
you you've seen
These
off
people who pay taxes.
yeah. You've seen Office Space, right?
Yeah,
Well, with Milton, they just stopped giving him a paycheck. The
right.
problem took care of itself. Well, he burned the building down. So
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's what that don't play into their propaganda because that's how they're invading us. They want to take us over.
yeah. No. Ah,
Let's talk some comics.
well, yeah, we should because it we've both had long weekends, and it
Yeah.
is Sunday evening. So if
Yeah,
you're
no,
listening to this,
we're recording 2 hours after we normally post.
yeah. So if you're listening to this, I apologize that it is Monday for you. But
Yeah, and if we all seem like particularly batty, well, that's why.
yeah.
Um, so the first book that I'm going to talk about in the catalog is Ben H. Winters and Leo Max Benjamin. In one LA motel room, a cosmic quest is about to begin. Uh, More than just a writer, more than just a science fiction fan, Benjamin J. Karp was a cultural revolutionary. Across 44 novels and hundreds of short stories, including the countercultural classic, The Man They Couldn't Erase, Karp pushed the boundaries of literary respectability for the sci fi genre and his readers' perception of reality itself. Until decades of amphetamine abuse in Southern California excess finally ended a mind bending career that always just escaped mainstream success. He died in 1982 until 2025, when Benjamin J. Karp awakens alive in a burned out hotel on the fringes of Los Angeles. He remembers dying. He knows he shouldn't exist. Is he a dream? A robot? A clone? A simulation? Find out on June 18th.
Could you share your screen with me?
Oh, yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Because you can't read if I don't have the screen up.
Well, before I go into this next one, what are your thoughts on all of these Godzilla books? Do you like
I
them?
think I have been. I have been
Okay.
liking them. I haven't been reading all of them, but I've been reading Godzilla Heist and Godzilla Versus,
Okay.
and our friends Ethan Sheridan and um I'm sorry, Griffin Sheridan and Ethan Parker are actually
Right.
getting one of the Godzilla Universe books coming up. So I'm looking forward to that too. I don't know if Godzilla, Justice League, and Kong is just a little bit too much for me, particularly because it's volume two, which means that I might need to go back and read volume one, and that just seems like a lot. But tell us about it anyway.
All right. This is by Oh, I can never pronounce his name.
Bucaletto.
Bucaletto and Christian Duce, or Deuce. The Justice League returns to legendary Earth in the aftermath of last year's Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Task Force X launches a plan to develop hybrid Titans that Amanda Waller can control to guard against future Titan attacks on Earth. To stop Task Force X, the Justice League travels to legendary Earth and must face the dangers of the Hollow Earth, Kong, and Godzilla, King of the Monsters. This is going to be in shops on June 4th of 25 from DC.
Alrighty. Star Wars Dr. Aphra Chaos Agent from
I almost
Cheris,
picked this one, and then I'm like,
yeah,
nope, better leave that for Tad.
from Cheris Chen and Gabriel Guzman. Out from the shadow of Darth Vader, Dr. Aphra returns, an all-new ongoing series featuring the rogue archaeologist as she makes her way through the galaxy in the era of the New Republic. Aphra must team up with Luke Skywalker to track down a rare artifact. And what will she do when her tattoos no longer function? In stores on June 18th.
All right, they choose violence number one from Sheldon Allen and Mauricio Campatella. Laneka, Deidre, and Karen, three HBCU besties turned professional career women, enraged by the systematic injustice plaguing their community, band together to form a vigilante squad that targets white supremacists deemed to have circumvented the justice system and gotten away with protected murder. Serving up grisly justice in increasingly creative ways, the vigilante posse becomes front page news while always staying one step ahead of the law. It's liberating, it's addictive, it's kind of fun. until a copycat killer emerges. They choose violence, asks what happens when you go down the dark, unforgiving road of revenge. What happens when the only path forward is escalation? There's no turning back now for anyone. This is going to be in shops, you guys, from AWA on June 18th.
All right. Graphic novel for Tyler.
Yeah. This one's called God Tier from Mario B. Long and art by Karai. The
Correct.
mysterious anarchist Typhon, the god of monsters, has sparked a fire that has spread across the world. Costello and his sister Anna are trapped in between the raging battle between gangs, police, gods, and monsters. This is from Nakama Press and
Which
in
is
store.
paired with Mad Cave.
Oh, okay. And this is in shops on June 18th.
Miss Ruki from Fumiko Takano.
This looked really good.
A young woman rejects the fast-paced consumer culture of 1980s Japan in favor of a slower, more carefree lifestyle in this tender-hearted, sweetly funny classic slice of life manga. This is from New York Review of Books in stores on August 12th.
Very cool. What do we got here? Is this one Nostalgia from Scott Hoffman and art by Danijel Zazelj? I'm going to go
I
with.
think it's I think it's actually Daniel Zale, but I forget.
Okay. A reclusive rock star receives a mysterious package that forces him to face both his past and a resistance movement that represents all of the ideals he had once stood for. A wild exploration of stardom and its price from Baby Daddy of the Scissor Sisters in his comics writing debut. This is going to be in shops on June 18th from Mad Cave.
The Wrestler from John Ken Mortensen, freestyle wrestler The Sledgehammer, has never met defeat. Not at the hands of Painkiller, Handsome Jens, Fezzik the Giant, or the Angel of Death. I will say that Fezzik the Giant is what made me interested.
Right?
But over the course of 80 pages, Danish illustrator John Ken Mortensen's surreal black and white graphic novel will take Sledgehammer to the limits of reality to show that he's motivated by far more than hubris. It's also love. Mortensen's first English language graphic novel delivers on the promise that his delightful macabre books of illustration had previously made to readers around the world with this spidery blank ink style reminiscent of Edward Gorey's Gothic line. We're taken into a world that mixes heavy metal mixes with WWE by way of Seventh Seal and Faust. Hopefully with AEW, not WWE. I'm not a wrestling guy, but I'm told that AEW is way better.
Oh, okay. I am not a professional wrestling fan at all. I don't have anything against it. I just don't know. Like, I mean,
I mean, I'm gonna say this. The reason that this like resonates most with me that AEW could be
yeah,
better than WWE is it's not owned by a McMahon.
right. I mean, they're horrible, that couple. But,
Right,
uh,
right.
um,
And one of them wants my job to go away.
yeah.
A couple of collections coming out. Archaic from Ahoy Comics, Melissa F. Olson and Sally Cantorino. For fans of Saga, a modern fantasy comic from acclaimed novelist Melissa F. Olson, author of the best-selling Old World series. Meet Tess Holliday, a broke single mom desperate to protect her kids from vicious criminals trying to collect on her ex-husband's debts. Following a mysterious message, Tess flees to the island of Demond, a place for demons, legendary creatures, and a family secret that just might cost Tess her life. Artist Sally Cantorino definitely brings the mystical world to life in stores on September 17th.
All right. Looks like we have Bone, the deluxe slipcase edition.
Yeah, we don't need to
Uh,
read this. We know this. This
yep.
is
Yep.
it's the
So, anyways,
first two
Bone.
parts of Bone. It's 352 gorgeous pages in an oversized hardcover with a slipcase,
Yeah. Anyway, in stores, guys, this isn't
worth
until,
every penny of the $60.
yeah, listeners, this isn't until July, though, July 16th. So,
16th.
order it. Yeah,
I may
order it
have
now.
kickstarted mine already. I'm looking forward to it.
I have not, but it's only retail for $60. So,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
$60
it's,
for, I mean, this is essentially, I mean, it's 12 and a half by 8.75. So we're talking like absolute size edition of
mhm,
Bone.
yeah.
Just yes, just yes, just yes.
Yep. I will be ordering mine ASAP.
352 pages of Jeff Smith awesomeness.
Hmm. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah. There's nothing else to say. 352 pages of Jeff Smith awesomeness.
Right.
I'm sorry, I looked at it and I was just like, that's a lot of copy, and most of it is about the technical parts of the book.
That is true. That is true.
Final order cutoff. We've got Black Cohosh by Eagle Valiant Brossi at Drawn and Quarterly. Exquisite Courses #1 from James Tynion and that's not Mark Walsh, Michael Walsh at Image. Jeff the Landshark #1 from Kelly Thompson and Tokido Koro at Marvel. The Thing #1 from Tony Fleeks and Justin Mason at Marvel. And Star Trek Lore War Shaq's Worst Day from Ryan North and Derek Charm at IDW. All of these are final order cutoff on April 21st. Also, crowdfunding, we still have Zombie Date Night Volume 2 from Stevie Arena and Sergey Dominic on Kickstarter through April 15th. I think this one's still just short of its goal. And The Mask of Halia, Echoes of the Forgotten Past from Cecilia Lim, Waverly Lim, Susan Bin, Vic Kaido, and Caitlin Fagelan and Quinto Comics on Kickstarter through April 17th. I actually got to spend a fair amount of time with Cecilia and Waverly over the weekend at C2E2.
That's awesome.
And they were on the show. They were wonderful on the show.
Yep.
And then Purebreed Films from Cube of Justice Films on Kickstarter through April 21st. What did you love last week?
Well, I am really enjoying Roman Dirge has rebooted. I guess not rebooted. He's just continuing on with his Lenore saga. This is Lenore the Time War, #3 from Roman Dirge from Titan Comics. Um, I don't know if you've held one of these, Ted, but they are super soft. They're like a weird
No,
paper. It's a weird vellum kind of feel. I don't know what to call it, but it
right?
is not glossy, but it's not construction paper either. It's just different. Um, anyway, the Uncanny X-Men #13 from Gail Simone and David Marquez was especially awesome. And Amazing Spider-Man rebooted once again with a new creative team. This is Joe Kelly and Pepe Larraz from Marvel. And that was actually really good. I love his artwork in this, in that the Peter Parker that he draws in this looks so much younger. It looks very much like um uh Tom, what's his name? The middle, I don't know what his name is. The guy who plays Peter Parker currently. Um,
Holland?
Yeah, Holland. Yep. Anyway, the artwork in here of Peter looks a lot like him, young like that, you know. And it's just a different take on it that the previous artists really haven't been doing. I'm gonna hold this up to the screen. Look at how
Very
young he
cool.
looks. He looks so young.
Very,
So,
very cool. Yeah,
yeah.
no, I actually kind of want to read that and just haven't gotten to it yet. In fact, I have been so busy with mostly comic stuff that I I have three books for this week, and they are the only three books that I've read this week.
No,
Except that I
really?
didn't even read all three of them this week because Fire and Ice I read an advanced copy of.
You
Um,
are pulling a Tyler by reading
yeah,
three books only, and those are your top three because you only read three.
yeah, yeah. Well, no, I mean, really, I only read two books. No,
Right.
no, no, I take it back. I did read the Star Trek The Lower Decks and I loved it, but it didn't quite beat out. So I read three books, and I had previously read Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over because it was um one that Joanne sent me before I talked to her and Ted and Roe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I did read three books
Yeah.
and pick three books.
Okay.
There were a ton of books last week. And one of the books I read was a full graphic novel
True.
because the top book is from Grant Snyder, who I hadn't known before, but he's got a couple other books that I want to read right now. And he kind of does poetry comics type things. But this one was called Thinking About Thinking. And it's like all 1 and 2 page poetic comics about like thinking.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I had
It's
never heard of it before. Yeah.
No, I remember talking about it when it was solicited, but then it managed to slip by and I didn't mention it last week before it was coming out.
Okay, because I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it came out April 8th. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that was last Wednesday, Tyler. It's only April
Nice.
13th now.
Yeah.
April 8th is this week. All of these books that we're talking about right now came out April 8th. Don't mess with
What?
me, Tyler.
What are you talking about? I know it came out. I just
Okay.
never mind.
Well, but you said it looks like it came out April 8th, like that was like sometime in the past, not this week.
Sorry. Didn't mean to throw you.
I'm like, Tyler, I didn't pick a book that wasn't from this week for one of my amazing books.
I I know. Yeah.
And then Golden Rage, Mother Knows Best, #1. The
Yeah.
return of our Golden Girls Island of Madness. Um, Chrissy Williams, Lauren Knight, and Sophie Dodson. So good. And Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over, #1 from Joanne Starr and Stephen Byrne. Was fantastic.
hmm
So
I didn't even talk about the two Batman books I have sitting here. Um,
actually behind on Dark Patterns. I got to catch
are
up.
you? It's pretty good.
And I need to read the Great British Bump Off Killer Bee quote. The new John Allison.
Yeah. I gotta read that too. It's sitting in my pile as well.
So One Piece Race, we got nothing to talk about. You haven't read
Not
any.
really.
I've read one chapter.
I am
So Tyler's at
so terrible.
455. I'm at 450. We're still on the Ghost Island. Maybe we'll talk more about it next week. It's getting late. Let's talk about monsters.
Yeah. So volume six, you guys, is where we're at. The Vow. This is really cool in that
The plot thickens, is
the
what's
plot.
going on here.
Yes, yes.
It's like intrigue and seeing how old stuff actually like played in. Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's there 8 volumes, so we're getting close.
Yeah, I think there are 8 volumes out now.
Yeah.
I think they're working on what will be the ninth. So it won't be out before we get done with this run, but it'll be out this year.
Hmm.
But the 8 are available now. So 7 for next month. I'm like, I want to talk more about it, but I'm tired and I'm finally starting to actually crash.
Are you?
And
Is
I
it
can
hitting you?
say Yeah, I can say it's beautiful, and the plot thickens, and there is deeper amounts of intrigue and love and vengeance, and it's very Shakespearean. And do you have anything else to add?
Well, the character development. I mean, no, I know we're in volume 6, so that we're a long way into this.
Right.
But I just feel like even at this point, the characters are getting even deeper than they were
Yeah,
before for me.
they
You know what I
are.
mean?
They are.
It,
Well,
it,
because we're both getting to understand them better, and they're evolving.
evolving is a good word because it almost feels like they not that not that the writing didn't know where it was going in the beginning, but more so it's like it's more sure of the characters, I guess. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think. I
I
don't know if I
yes,
understand anything anymore.
I don't either. But yeah. Anyway, the characters are deep, you guys. You'll love it. It is such
Please
a
go
great
read this book. It's
yeah.
fantastic. And then maybe you can just take over for us on the next show because we've clearly gone insane.
Well, and the bad thing about this is that we both read this and enjoy it. But the time of
Yeah.
day at the end of the weekend right now, we're both kind of like,
Well, and I don't know when you read it, but I read it Monday.
early in the week because the end of this week, like I said,
Yeah,
I had my
exactly.
show,
Exactly. So
yeah.
it's not only did I read it and enjoy it, but I read it what feels like a long, long time ago.
Yeah,
So we'll try to do better on Monstress next week.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I love their names. Maka, Zin,
Yeah.
Taya, Toya,
Yeah.
Kippa. They're just
Yeah.
great names.
They are.
Okay.
And I like the
Well,
cats. I like cats.
they
Cats are good.
are right. That kind of, I don't know what you'd call them, species
Yeah.
of anthropomorphic cat people. They just look so cute, right? The little girl, right? She's just so adorable, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, I like the fox, and like
yeah,
cats
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
foxes are like are really my two favorite animals. So the fact that the two most anthropomorphic characters that we see the most are a cat and a fox just makes me happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes me happy even as the story is deep and whatever. So like this book just hits on so many levels. It's cool.
Yeah, it is very good. I'm really glad that we decided to read Marjorie Liu because I don't think I've read anything else of hers.
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
so.
we might have to rectify that because she's
Yeah,
done stuff.
for sure.
She's
All
done some.
right. Well, Tad, let's
Uh,
move on. What do
yeah.
you hope will be spectacular next week?
Okay. So like particularly because Chris called us out in such a sweet way on Blue Sky that like I hate that I can't move him up from the 3 spot, even though he's got a twofer that I'm really looking forward to this week. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk about him first, even though technically it's my third. Okay. Are you okay with
Okay.
that? Does that work?
You know what I love about you, Tad, is that you know what, no matter what, friendship or not, you are a man of principles.
I am.
If you're not
And
looking
like
forward to it the most, you're not going to say it.
Challenges of the Unknown #5, I am super duper looking forward to. The plot keeps thickening on this. Chris and Sean Isaacs have been just killing it, and I'm probably even more looking forward to Star Trek Defiant number 26 because like I mean, first of all, the Star Trek universe that Chris and Colin and Jackson have done has just been outstanding. It has turned me into a Trekker, which I didn't know was possible.
Okay.
Um, and like this whole epic thing that they've been doing is wrapping up in this lore war, and this is like the early stages of it, and I am just psyched as fuck.
Hmm.
but not as much as I am about the fact that Iron Man's about to be a freedom fighter in One World Under Doom, written by Spencer Ackerman, who like knows what it means to be a freedom fighter, and
Right.
Julius Oda. Um, and also, like everybody knows I love Tom King, but like Wonder Woman might be my favorite Tom King, and there's a new issue out, and it's like it's almost as hard to put Wonder Woman in the two slot as it is to put like Saga in the two slot.
Right. It just hurts. It just brings you down.
So Chris, if you're listening, I want you to be in the one slot, and I can't do it because also Spencer and Tom are also friends and nice to me, and yeah. And this is why I am so happy that I have already read Buried Long, Long Ago, #1 by Anthony Cleveland
Okay.
and Alex Cormack. So I can say that it's a book that I know is spectacular and not worry about where to rank it.
That's awesome.
If I'd had more time this week, I might have sent emails to all of the other people saying, dude, I'm having trouble with my list. You need to send me advanced copies so you can be a book I know is spectacular rather than a
Or
book I hope is spectacular.
convince me why you should be number one next week. Come on.
No, I way prefer to just say I read it. I know it's spectacular. Because I mean, seriously, I left Eve Ewing and
Uh-huh.
Stan Sakai in the honorable mentions,
I
and
almost,
and
yeah,
Mark Russell
yeah,
and Erica Schultz and
yeah,
Jeff Lemire
yeah.
and Alex Segura. I just listed off like all of my honorable mentions, and they're all people whose writing I adore.
Hmm.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, there's a new series that looks kind of cool that I saw on
I
a
kickstarted this, so I will eventually get the graphic
that looked
novel.
kind of cool. This is
Uh,
Moonshine Bigfoot from
we
Mark
talked to
Mar.
them, remember?
Yep, I do because I
And
remember
you
Zach
left the artist off.
right here.
Yeah, isn't it Steve
Oh,
Ellis doing the art?
yeah. I just wrote Zach Howard. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Mike Marlowe and Zach Howard are writing Moonshine Bigfoot with art by who was it, Ted?
I'm pretty certain it's Steve Ellis. Let me check and we had them on the show. We should know
I know. This
this.
sounds terrible. This is good
Don't
podcasting.
hate a oh God, what's your friend's name that set us up with them? Um uh she used to be in Sioux
Claire,
Falls and now
yeah,
yeah.
Clara Meath.
Don't hate us, Clara.
Yeah. Clara is
Yes, it is
doing
Steve Ellis.
She's doing gangbusters. I can't wait to see her again. But yeah, her and Zach Howard are good friends. They've been working on lots of stuff in the past.
Right.
So Zach is doing Moonshine Bigfoot, right, with
Yeah. It is
Steve
Steve
Ellis.
Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, second pick, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #8, Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira. It's really great that they finally got their artist on board that they're gonna stick with, right? There for a while.
Right.
With Juan, and his artwork is so cool. It's just a fresh take on Turtles. It's raw, it's gritty, it's cool. And I really love Eve Ewing, and this is the exceptional X-Men #8. Her take on the X-Men, or like
Been great.
her
It's
version
been
of
great.
these particular characters are so
So
fun
good.
because these are not the tried and true Cyclops, Wolverine, X-Men,
No.
right? These are
But Kitty Pryde is my favorite X person.
oh God, yeah, 100%. Her powers and her
And really
backstory is
always
so
has
cool.
been.
Yeah,
I read Kitty Pryde and Wolverine when I was young,
yeah.
and I was the one that thought Kitty Pryde was the best character in that book.
Oh, really? It's fun. Kitty Pryde
But
is one of
like the
those.
first time I saw people going nuts over Wolverine, Like my response was, "You mean from the Kitty Pryde and Wolverine book?" And half the time they were like, "Who the fuck is Kitty Pryde?" And I'm like, "What's wrong with you? She's way cooler than Wolverine."
Well, you know what I like about Wolverine or Logan's relationship with her? He's had a lot of like mentoring relationship of young mutants. But I think the Kitty Pride one is my favorite because that was like the first one, where he really took a young person under his wing. I mean, Jubilee is always a good one too, but
Right.
yeah. So anyway, Exceptional X-Men, if you really like Kitty Pride, it's
Or just
Eve Ewing and
e-viewing.
yeah,
E-viewing's
and
amazing
and
also.
Carmen Canero from Marvel. All right, you guys, that is all we've got for you. Tad and I are
I
tired.
think that's actually more than we have for you, but we'll say it's all that we have for you.
Yeah.
I
Um,
don't think we've actually recorded one of these where we were both so spent as we are right now.
yeah,
Because you just finished up starring in three one acts.
yeah.
So not only did you have to play three different characters, or was it at least the same character for the three one acts?
Oh no, they were three different characters.
Okay, so you had to play, and somehow you wound up with the lead in all three of them. So you had to play the starring part in three different characters
Yeah. We
over
counted
six
it up.
nights over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah, and we counted them up.
So
My castmates and I, because I don't leave the stage, and then so my castmates and I counted them up, and I have between all three of them, I had close to 750 lines.
yeah, yeah. And I actually was at C2E2 for almost all the time that it was open, minus
Yep,
C2E2 after dark for the entire weekend. So we're both beat.
we're just tired. My voice hurts. Um,
I feel completely recharged, but I'm tired.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
coming down off of some adrenaline from earlier, and I'm
Oh,
just kind of like,
definitely.
I'm just
Definitely.
kind of like,
I was riding adrenaline well into the beginning of this podcast, even
yeah.
though I deliberately pushed it back to try to settle in a little bit more before we started talking, because I think I would have been a mile a minute and all over the place if we'd started a little bit earlier.
Okay. Well, it's a good call then.
I mean, because I was babbling. I babbled to Condon all the way to the airport. I babbled to Chris or to Kelly half the way home. I babbled to Johnny the other half of the way home because Kelly was done with me babbling with her at least until I got home. Then I babbled at her and Potato until I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I can't just go record because I still have to pick my favorite books and open some tabs.
Funny. Well, things are definitely going to calm down for me now that the play is done. We're heading into the end of the school year. Things are
Yeah,
looking
me too.
open. You know what I
Me
mean?
too. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We will get there sooner rather than later.
Yeah. What are we doing next week? Are we still on
Yeah.
Monstress for volume seven?
Volume 7 for next week. Volume 8 the week after that.
Is
And then
any
we
of our
might start
other
Lazarus.
yeah, Lazarus would be awesome. Are any of our other series coming out with a new one, right? Like a new um Isadora or anything
Um,
like that?
I mean there's the there's the still the monthly Black Hammer, but I figured we'd wait
Yep.
until
We're gonna
that was
wait. Yep.
collected.
Yep.
Um, I think we still got a ways till the next Isadora.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
cool. All right, guys.
figure it
Thanks for
out.
listening. We really appreciate you. And we will catch you guys after the next page. See ya.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.